When using a powder preheater in a Class 1/2 Division 1 booth for electrostatic spray applications, there are several crucial requirements to ensure safety and compliance. Firstly, the preheater must be enclosed in an explosion-proof housing. This housing must meet the stringent requirements outlined in Article 500 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC. The purpose of this enclosure is to contain any potential sparks or explosions that may occur within the preheater, preventing them from igniting the hazardous atmosphere present in the booth. Secondly, temperature control is paramount. The preheater needs to have precise temperature controls to maintain the powder below its flash point. The flash point is the lowest temperature at which the powder emits vapors that can ignite. Exceeding this temperature creates a significant fire hazard. Therefore, the temperature controls must be reliable and accurate. Thirdly, overheating protection is essential. Overheating protection devices must be installed to automatically shut off the preheater if the temperature exceeds the safe operating limit. These devices act as a fail-safe, preventing the powder from reaching its ignition temperature in case of a malfunction in the primary temperature control system. Fourthly, proper grounding is critical. The preheater housing must be properly grounded to dissipate any static electricity that may build up. Static electricity can create sparks, which can ignite the flammable vapors or dust in the booth. Grounding provides a safe path for the electricity to flow, minimizing the risk of ignition. In terms of electrical requirements, the preheater must be rated for use in the Class 1/2 Division 1 hazardous location. This rating indicates that the equipment has been specifically designed and tested to operate safely in environments where flammable gases, vapors, or dust are present. All electrical connections must be sealed to prevent the ingress of hazardous gases or vapors. Sealing prevents these substances from entering the electrical components, where they could potentially cause short circuits, sparks, or explosions. Furthermore, all wiring must be installed in approved conduit systems. Conduit provides a physical barrier to protect the wiring from damage and also helps to contain any sparks or explosions that may occur within the wiring system. Regarding operational requirements, periodic inspections must be conducted to ensure the preheater is operating properly and safely. These inspections should include checking the temperature controls, overheating protection devices, grounding connections, and electrical connections. Adequate ventilation must be provided to prevent the accumulation of hazardous substances inside the preheater. Ventilation helps to remove any flammable vapors or dusts that may be released from the powder during the heating process. The preheater must be properly maintained to ensure continued safe operation. Maintenance should include regular cleaning, lubrication, and replacement of worn or damaged parts. In addition to these general requirements, there are also some additional precautions that should be taken. Powder flow monitoring is recommended. Monitors should be installed to detect any interruptions in powder flow, as this could indicate a potential hazard. For instance, a blockage in the powder flow could cause the preheater to overheat. Appropriate fire extinguishers should be readily accessible in the vicinity of the preheater. Personnel operating or maintaining the preheater must be properly trained on its safe operation and potential hazards. Training should cover topics such as the properties of the powder, the hazards of the Class 1/2 Division 1 location, the operation of the preheater, and emergency procedures. The National Electric Code Article 500 provides detailed information on the requirements for electrical equipment in hazardous locations. It is important to consult this article to ensure that the preheater meets all applicable requirements. Proper documentation is crucial. Maintain records of all inspections, maintenance, and repairs performed on the preheater. These records can be helpful in identifying potential problems and ensuring that the preheater is operating safely. It is vital to understand the properties of the specific powder being used. Different powders have different flash points and other hazardous characteristics. Be sure to consult the powder manufacturer's safety data sheet or SDS for detailed information. Consider using an inert gas blanketing system to reduce the risk of fire or explosion. An inert gas such as nitrogen can be used to displace the oxygen in the preheater, making it more difficult for a fire to start. Implement a hot work permit system for any maintenance or repair work that involves the use of heat or sparks. A hot work permit system ensures that all necessary precautions are taken to prevent fires or explosions during hot work operations. Regularly review and update safety procedures to reflect any changes in the operation of the preheater or the hazardous location. Safety procedures should be reviewed at least annually or more frequently if necessary. Ensure that all personnel are aware of and understand safety procedures. Post safety procedures in a conspicuous location near the preheater. Consider using a remote monitoring system to continuously monitor the temperature and other critical parameters of the preheater. A remote monitoring system can provide early warning of potential problems, allowing you to take corrective action before a hazard develops. Implement a layered safety approach, using multiple layers of protection to reduce the risk of fire or explosion. A layered safety approach might include explosion-proof enclosures, temperature controls, overheating protection, grounding, ventilation, and inert gas blanketing. Regularly audit the safety system to ensure that it is effective and that all requirements are being met. A safety audit should be conducted by a qualified person who is familiar with the requirements for hazardous locations. In summary, operating a powder preheater in a Class 1/2 Division 1 booth requires strict adherence to safety regulations and best practices. By implementing these requirements and precautions, the risk of fire or explosion can be significantly reduced, ensuring a safe working environment. These include explosion-proof enclosures, temperature controls, overheating protection, grounding, hazardous location rating, sealed electrical connections, conduit systems, inspections, ventilation, maintenance, powder flow monitoring, fire extinguishers, and comprehensive training. Remember that the specific requirements may vary depending on the local regulations and the specific characteristics of the powder being used. It's always best to consult with a qualified professional to ensure compliance and safety.